Greetings and salutations, friends, and welcome to another chat-funded game. This time, Chivalry 2, the sequel to Chivalry Medieval Warfare, which is a primarily, I think, team-oriented, objective-style, almost like Battlefield-esque game, but primarily, of course, with melee weapons, along with a couple of, like, throwing things, swords, axes, bows, the usual. I remember Chivalry 1 being pretty damn good for the tiny bit I played it, and I think I've played a grand hour of like 2 hours of Chivalry 2's alpha like 5 years ago. And that is my entire experience with the Chivalry franchise so far. So this is about as brand new of an account as you can conceivably get. Which will be interesting, because this is old video game. Old video game indeed. Also, we do have our Overlord 1 waifu war going on now between Rose and Velvet. Velvet being the lovely lady, the dark hair, and Rose having the red hair. So I'm quite looking forward to that, as I genuinely do quite like Overlord. Right. How did you play this video game again? That's a good question. Apparently it's got a progression system now. Campaign? There's a campaign? Oh. Oh, there is! Oh. Oh. I like how he just drops the preceding weapon. Okay, so I guess these are like battle passes or something. Alright. And can you go do any of these? Oh. What did I just do? I don't know. Oh, okay, so you can... Damn, that's nice. See, way too few games actually do this. See, these days, you're basically... All of the games are... They're basically hoping of the fear of missing out, right? And so they're like, okay, the battle pass will only be around for so and so long. You've got to play now. You gotta play now. To make you get on the hamster wheel and run screaming like, ah! This is such a better way to do it, where you just have the battle passes be basically seasons, and you can complete them at your leisure. It is a vastly superior, from a customer standpoint, way of doing things. I mean, I guess I know why they do it the other way, because, you know, they need to have as many people online as possible so they can show it off to their fucking shareholders or something, I guess, but yeah, this is way better. This is way better. So much better. Draken, 500 war tokens. Art, invite me, you coward. You think I know how to invite people in this video game? You are way too optimistic and hoping. Oh, there's a plus signal down here. You should have thought of this earlier. Oh, look, Discordia. There you go. You're gonna have to send me details in that case. Until then, epic cinematic sieges. That does sound fun. ML4 lower player count. Why would I want a lowered player count? No, fuck that. I don't want a lower player count. Not committed to it. Have you heard about Izzat? Explains every Indian trope. Izzat? No, I have not heard about Izzat. I've not heard about any Izzat. You can put your like thingy bob in kick or something, and if anybody else wants to come along too, you can put your thing in kick, and I'll check it out after this round. I'll do this as a... Excuse me one moment. Is there any way for me to turn off the in-game chat? That's the first thing I see upon loading in.
The gates are nearly breached!
Ah, disable chat. Right, there we go. God damn it. Ah, video games. Right, I think I'm on the red team.
Masons, fall back and defend the village! Keep the Acathians away from the prisoners!
See, being surrounded is unfortunate. Being surrounded by 5 people is even more unfortunate. Right, so we have objectives that the enemy wish to take away from us. This is understandable. After all, why would you not want to take objectives in a video game? It would be weird if you did not want to take objectives in a video game. Ah, damn it. Timed that a little bit wrong. I do like this style of combat. There's a lot to recommend this style of combat, where you're basically doing a fairly heavily, like, ranged and timing-focused style game, where you need to know exactly how long your weapon is, comparatively to how long the enemy's weapon is, whilst also using different attacks, like you've got slashes, you've got stabs, etc. In fact, I think I've got a stab. Yeah, there we go, I have a stab. There's a lot to recommend this style of game, there really is. Now, the dangerous part is, of course, being utterly surrounded by loads of angry people. That's where death occurs rather quickly. Or being hit in the back of the head by an ally. That's also one way where death can occur rather quickly. That too. Dragging. Oh, right, that was a mechanic too. I remember this. I remember this mechanic.
Now, they have freed all of our prisoners! Fall back to the breach! Into the midst, defend the breach!
Alternatively, being utterly fucking surrounded by 10 people is also a negative thing, largely. As I do also believe that we are getting absolutely fucking ruffle stomped here, which is just a part of playing multiplayer games, isn't it? Unironically, I remember there was a couple of games in the past that tried to do like, what did they call it? Reactive matchmaking? Oh, I have bandages. I should probably use those at some point. Where basically the idea is, okay, listen. We know how all of these games works. You know, a team will begin to absolutely fucking ruffle stomp, pummel, dominate. And the only way we can really try to get any kind of fairness in that is if we try to balance the teams. Oh. I'm on fire. How do I bandage myself? That's a good question. I don't actually know. I'm sure I'll figure it out at some point in the distant future. Oh, I think I burned to death. Where if one team is absolutely dominating, you basically kick people from the team that is absolutely dominating and put them on the losing team. An idea that I was always quite in favor of, but the problem is that most people play these games to sweat hard, basically. And so, especially if you introduce something like a battle pass unlock, for example, people don't want to be on the losing team. People always want to be on the ruffle stomping team. And so if you introduce a system that automatically damages based on whether or not one team is absolutely fucking dominating, you end up annoying people because of it.
Defend the gate and the gatehouse!
It's one of those amusing things where people don't actually want their games to be balanced. Nobody wants balanced games. People actually kind of prefer the game where it is one team fucking stomping the other, because at least then you will eventually get to be on the stomping side. I hit my keyboard on my mouse. My mouse on my keyboard, alternatively. I need to stop hitting my friends. That's one of those things I need to work on. Oh.
Under failure, the gate has fallen. Fall back into the
People
cave.
prefer it when their games are unbelievably
Do not let
unbalanced.
the Agathians free
That is
fall.
literally
Defend the
what
prison.
multiplayer has taught every developer ever. And I kind of understand now. He's doing the spin to win. Unfortunately for you, sir, you are spinning to winning around multiple people, which is very foolish of you. I'm surprised that didn't kill him, though. I would have expected a, Bardis blow to the head to be fairly lethal. Oh, a feint. Nice. Unfortunately, I fear this guy is better at video game than I am. Although, that didn't help him from being surrounded by 10 guys and just killed instantly. Who was the wise ass decided to introduce fire grenades into the medieval combat video game? I'm not sure I'm convinced by the... Oh. Your camera slows down when you swing. That is something I should probably remember. Deserting? I'm not trying to desert. I think. Yes, exactly. No fun, hope. A 50-50 win-loss rate feels like shit, and MMR always balanced around 50-50. I'll do the Superchats at the end of the round, by the way, so I can mildly concentrate on this. As I'm already not good enough at the game, as this is my first multiplayer match in literally, 5 years. But yeah, no, exactly. World of Warships is an excellent example of this, where you have a game that literally forces I really don't like the fire grenades. I feel like the fire grenades are kind of undermining the whole melee action combat game vibe of this with, let me just set a quarter of the battlefield on fire. Oh well. But World of Warships, made by Wargaming, of course. Wargaming has a patent for a matchmaking system that basically, the intent in the document and the intent in the game is to force a 50-50% win rate onto players. That is the intent and purpose of the entire thing. I need to stop getting distracted by one person because there's about 50 other people swinging. And he does this by looking at your stats and going, okay, you won the last game, now. I am then going to actively place you on a team of people with a lower ranking than you have in order to increase the chance that you will lose the next game. Ooh. You can actually swing through multiple people, huh? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you very much so can. Can I determine which direction I swing in? Or is that just dependent upon which button you press? Yeah, that was absolutely hilariously one-sided. Fucking stop. Holy shit. And that does a very good job, indeed, of forcing a 50-50 win rate on people. And it feels awful, because every time it feels like, okay, you're playing the game, you think you're doing well, you win a game, And then the entire matchmaker is like, okay, well, I'm just going to place you on a team with people way below your skill level to drag you down. And that is not fun. Nobody thinks that's fun. Absolutely nobody thinks that's fun. Which is why, again, yeah, no, as weird as it sounds, people want games in which you can just absolutely one-sidedly stomp the opposition. Because the worst thing that happens then is that you simply just leave the game, you know? Anyway, slide rant aside. Lord Kamina, it's explained why they act like Skaven. I'll DM it to you. Forever, option to turn off chat. Censoring of chat. Yes! Mr. Donato, my money on Rose. A good playthrough. The campaigns are more like season passes. They used to be paid for, they've been leave them free. Also, Cavalry is only 40 word or has no internet or I'd visit. And this was, Let's add that to Rose, which is the massive winner so far. Massive winner, too. There we go. Steam code. God, why must you make this so unbelievably difficult?
Service guarantees citizenship.
Let's see. According to the video game, that Steam code is wrong. Friend code length is wrong. Yep, that code does not work. Yeah. Yep, that code does not work. Somehow Steam. There, that's easier. And you're offline. Retard. Lord Warriors, how do you feel about mechanic where the battle losing team players gets buff, HP increased damage, also almost like mini bosses?
Ignorance a lot.
Well, the thing is, oh, there you go. I genuinely feel like there isn't a, I have no idea how you might play this game. That's the thing. I don't think there's any purpose in it. I do believe that people want their games to be unbalanced. As much as people will talk about how I don't see any fucking invite buttons either. As much as people say that they want balanced experiences, people don't want balanced experiences. People want the ruffle stomps. Now, you would like to have a way to make the ruffle stomps enjoyable, or at the very least, like, because the goal here isn't to have people not have it. What you need is a way to have it not be too annoying. I have no idea how the invite system works. Part members, friends, right click, buttons, add friend, nope, remove friend. Nope, nothing. Maybe in the team mode? No, I don't think so. Oh, that's SKX to desktop. That's not what I wanted. Stupid game. What you want is, and I think there was one of the developers of World of Warships, I think actually, or is it War Thunder, actually put this perfectly, right? Where you want the game to be imbalanced because that keeps people playing. There's nothing that keeps the winning team more interested in continuing to play your game than a complete wipeout of the enemy team with subsequent rewards where you get some XP, you get some bonuses, you get all of the cute little things, right? That keeps the winning team interested in playing. You then just need to make the wipeout not so frustrating that the other team wants to stop playing. The art of it is to make it just right, where you have the determined imbalance, but not so much as to make the other side quit. Which is why you then want to follow on a loss with a win, for example. I think in this game they redistribute the teams at the end of a round. Oh god, that was loud. Well, the point is, again, that you're gonna do that, then you redistribute the teams, you restart it, and hopefully you switch it around again, so that you can keep people playing. As that tends to be the goal of all of these games. Keep people playing for as long as possible. Especially if you're doing something like a battle pass or an equivalent thing, which is literally done to increase people's playtime in the game. And I still have no idea how this invite system works. Let's see. Amy. That maybe? That's the cue. That's the thing that you want to get going just right. And at the end of the day, all of these games are always going to have that little issue, right? And I've grown to be just kind of fine with it. I have long since passed past to my try-hard eager times for games like these. So, okay, like with the idea of buffs, right? I feel like a buff is an idea, but it would probably just become frustrating, I imagine, where then the winning team will feel like that they're being punished for winning, you know? And suddenly you're fighting against an enemy who will simply take more hits than you do, which is equally upsetting, right? And then it's going to feel like artificial... Oh, that's how you do the Healy thing. It's the 5 key. Then it would feel like artificial balance, and nobody likes artificial balance either. Damn, only 45 damage. I feel like a massive two-handed Bardies would hurt more than this. But apparently I am incorrect in this. There we go. Oh, that was blocking, man. Another thing to do, also a nice thing with this game, is I believe the blocking is determined by the, like, position of the enemy's weapon, which means you kind of gotta aim at it to block, which is why, you know, attacking by kneeling or attacking underneath people actually works in this game. Even though it's nowhere as ridiculous of a system as, say, for example, what was that other game? The one with the, like, hilariously complex aiming system. Team damage? Holy shit, I stabbed through a guy. God, what was that game? Mordheim? Mordhau? Ow. I don't want to be hurt by arrows. I'm upset. Was it Mordhau? Mordheim? Not Mordheim. Mordhau, probably.
Excellent! The petard cards are in position.
Also, how do you change weapons?
On the walls. Use the petard cards on those walls to weaken them.
Ugh. That's a lot of enemies or something. This is not going to go well, because there's 5 of them. I think it was Mordhau. It's kind of like this game, but way, way, way more autistic. Like, this is arcade combat by comparison. Like, very much so. That was another one of those games where I always like the... Oh, that's a friend. I always like the look of it, but I look at it and I go like, I do not have time to get good at a game like that. Not a fucking chance. Oh. Ooh, bombs. I don't know if I should be carrying this. It feels like I'm making myself into an objective for the enemy to, you know, violently murder and stuff. That, and I feel rather defenseless as well. Fear not, I shall simply just run over there and... Oh, you piece of shit. You scum, you whore! Here, have that! Okay, I love the fact that that actually did a bit of damage. That's kind of fun. That's kind of funny. Oh. Yay! I hit a bad person. I'm very happy by myself. Uh-oh. Loads of people. I don't like it when there's loads of people nearby. How the fuck are you still alive? How the heck? Fucking 3 hits and he's still fine. Jesus. I feel like I need a heavier weapon. Actually, can you change weapons? Oh. It's all locked. It's one of those games where you're stuck with the shit weapons until you've geeked the game enough. Oh. I mean, it's a progression system. I don't hate progression systems. I only hate progression systems when they affect me. Then I sure as fucking hate progression systems. Then I really hate progression systems. Oh. There's a hole in the wall. Oh, petards! I remember those! Basically, it's a cannon, except very short. Usually mounted directly to the surface that you want to destroy. I think they use them for precisely about 5 minutes in total before they realize that this is really retarded and should really be changed out by literally any other siege weapon. And that's true, it literally should be changed out by literally any other siege weapon. Let's see, friends. Well, fair enough, ballista, yes. Ballista indeed. Mr. Donut, P gives you third person. I'm not playing this game in third person. Partially bandage. Rem and Rouge thrust. Use kick to break blocks. Use jab to interrupt. No, I'm not going to do any of those things. Listen. One of the worst things you can do in a game like this when you're starting out is try to utilize all of the video game's mechanics. Because a game like this has like 5 different blocks, 5 different fucking interrupts, etc. Don't worry about that. Ignore it, all of it. It's all irrelevant to you. As a brand new player, you do not give a flying shit about feinting, dodging, etc. You need to just learn how to attack people. And how to defend yourself on a basic level. That's all you need to worry about. Once you've gotten confident in your ability to hit things without getting hit in return or whatever, then, and only then, can you worry about doing all kinds of the fancy bullshit the game has to offer. It is all irrelevant to you. Mercenary, Dogsuit, to represent yesterday after you debated, I feel for you and Perry singing Maul talks about. What? I have to hear the auto-tune singing every day I go to work at my store. It's pure brain rot. Oh, modern music, yes. Modern music is a misnomer because there is no such thing as modern music. Literally, there's no such thing. Music... Apparently I can't go up that slide yet. Music began and ended in the 90s. And ever since, there hasn't actually been... Can I pick you up? There hasn't actually been any music thereafter. Everything you have since is noise. Just noise. That is all it is. That is all it is likely to be as well. I have listened to modern music. It is not music. It is at absolute best muzak, which is an abomination of music. Lost my block down there a little bit too early. I've got to learn the pattern of the various attacks, because all of them comes in at slightly different timing for my blockies. At least this is nowhere near as much of a wash as the previous one. We're still getting absolutely cream-pied, but at least being on the attacking team, it doesn't feel as, you know, violently cream pie-esque, you know? Yeah, violently cream pie-esque. That's a word I like. Violently cream pie. Oh, people. My God, there are humans all over the place. How dare they? Ivan owned you. That is a nice name. If it weren't for the fact that it popped up in a kill message, it would have been a very nice name. So I thought we had breached the walls. What is that hole over there if not the wall breached? Do we need to go through the hole in the wall to get a further hole in the wall or something? Ow. I actually have no idea what we're doing here. Not even 80s music? No. Not even 80s music. Honestly. Music was invented in the 90s. Everything before that and after that isn't really music. Now, you can mention, like, brief periods in, like, the 1800s and so on, which can be considered somewhat musical, but even then, only, like, sort of. I'm gonna assume... I wasn't aware I had the ability to do that. Get fucked. Uh-oh. Mount. We need to climb the walls or something. Right, okay, that makes a certain degree of sense. If only I'd known that sooner, I could have been more of a use to my team or something. Oh, don't hit him, he's a friend. Ow. I've got somebody behind me, don't I? Yes, I do. I love, like, the two archers people that are back there who've just been sitting, shooting up at the walls, I assume, this entire time. Well, that was another hilariously awful one-sided cream pie. As is to largely be expected. New items available. Stuff. I like having access to things. Aren't you seated? Arch, any chance to check out Master and Commander? Yes. Yes, I am going to check that out, because I've heard good things about it. The sacking of Bridgetown. Ooh, fun fact. Back in the day, it used to be entirely normal to build houses on bridges. That was just what you did, because, well, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you build a house on the bridge? You're going to go through all of the trouble of building a fucking foundation in the middle of the water anyways, you might as well, alright? That practice was discontinued, largely because it placed additional strain on the bridge, which was unfortunate, and because, well, we kind of forgot how to build bridges, honestly. Yeah. We sort of kind of forgot about that. We had the technology, the Romans had the technology, but over the years, the rest of us, the ancestors, progeny of the Romans, largely forgot about how to do any of that. Ah, the Browns are coming. That is indeed unfortunate.
Prepare for battle. Raiders on horseback are closing in.
Pitchforks? I see.
We farmhands must take a stand and give the townsfolk time to get to safety.
Okay. Something tells me the enemy aren't going to be using pitchforks. No, the enemy aren't going to be using pitchforks. Ow. Oh, Jesus. Right. Is this just the humiliate one team phase?
Rally
Interesting.
The bridge. Keep them away from the estates.
What is the purpose of this? Like, I'm genuinely slightly curious. Is the purpose just to make one team feel good about themselves whilst they butcher a bunch of people with shit equipment? It's very thematic, I guess, but don't quite see the charm. But I suppose that's only because I'm the one on the receiving end of the fucking rather than on the fucking side. Ah. I can have a weapon again. Thank you. That's nice. I'm very glad that he gave me a weapon again. I was a little bit worried there that the entire game would just be one side slaughtering the other for shits and giggles. I guess it can be nice bragging rights for when you actually... Uh-oh. I almost decapitated an ally. Let's try not to do that. Okay, let's not attack that guy. He's got enough stuff on his plate already. God, I should not be given two-handed weapons. I feel like I'm hitting my friends almost as much, if not more, than I'm actually hitting the enemy, which is... you know, kind of unfortunate in the long run of things. How did you kick again? F. Ow. Oh. Huh? At least we're doing kind of okay on this one. That's nice. You can faint. I know. I'm not going to worry about that. Oh, sorry. I sure hope friendly damage hurts less than enemy damage, because I do on occasion feel like I might be hitting my own team as much as I'm hitting the enemy's team. Which makes me a little upset. Just a little bit, though. about to be hit from behind. Yes, I am. I should get myself a nice spear or something. Something with slightly less friendly damage potential. That'd be nice. Understand there is friendly fire. Too few games have that. I mean, I don't disagree.
The bridge is lost! We're
What?
doomed!
What? Come on! What?
The orchards! We must defend our livelihood!
What even? Just deleted my ass. Come on! We were on the bridge. I would like a slightly clearer, you know, number as to when we're losing something. That'd be lovely. Protect the farm. Who cares about the farm? Ooh, apples. I feel like I shouldn't have taken up the apple. The apple is going to be a significantly inferior weapon compared to the bardies. In like 90% of circumstances. And everything is on fire again. My least favorite thing so far is definitely the flame hand grenades. But yes, the friendly fire is a good thing, because a big part of medieval combat was actually figuring out how to avoid hitting your friends with your weapons. Are we? Is this the thing we're protecting? Okay. That was a huge part of medieval combat. Figuring out how to not hit your friends, because it's a lot more difficult than it sounds. A lot more difficult than it sounds. You gonna come around the back here? Yes, you are. Don't run away, bitch! Oh, lowered my block too soon. Oh no, he knows how to jab and stuff. That's a problem because I don't. Unfortunately, he has way more friends than I, but I was actually doing pretty well there. I think I would have won that one if it didn't get loads of friends. This was also the reason why they tended to give things like peasants pokey things, like spears, because it's a lot easier to get people into a formation where they don't kill one another with something like a spear. It's also one of the reasons why formations was such a good thing, because it reduced the likelihood of your allies stabbing one another through the neck. And also why shit like sword combat, the likes which you see in the movies, basically never happened, ever. You know, the Hollywood scene where the guy with the sword just walks into the middle of a melee and starts just swinging right, left, and now center. Fucking fiery projectiles.
You left a mark!
Ouchies. Because if you're doing that, you're probably hitting your friends more so than anything else. And a soldier who constantly hit his buddies... People block too much in this game. I'm beginning to notice that. Hit the Arab in the head with the bodies.
They burn much of the orchard. Make it stop.
Ow. I wish there was more like dueling, because I feel like I'm actually doing reasonably okay in the duels, but then some other guy comes back and hits me in the back of the head.
The raiders are putting our estates to the torch. Defend our homes.
Protect the estates. Are we doing good? I don't know. Are we? Maybe. Possibly. See? I was actually doing pretty okay there, and then some dude came and hit me in the back of the head.
Burning. Defend what's left.
Oh, come on. Again, like, I feel like I'm actually doing well, and then I get hit by some other guy, which, well, that is kind of the thing about mass combat, so you can't complain too loudly about it. Sword fighting, in the way that, you know, we view sword fighting, it tended to either be something... Can we put this out or something? You know, can I... Firewood. I feel like firewood is not how you quench a fire. Can I... No? Buckets? Ballista bolt? Because I feel like the house being on fire is like what the enemy wants. Maybe I'm worrying too much about that. I probably am. Am I? It was closer to things like tournaments, for example. If you had an actual official tourney, then obviously you would have all kinds of fun and engaging games. I feel like my massive Well, that was terrible. Or alternatively, when you had matched engagements, like knights versus knights. Oh, wait, he picked up something. Is that water? Where you would actually have people give each other space specifically to fight in that way in loose order formations. But in the majority of, like, casual fights, that was not a thing, no. So in 30 seconds, do we lose, I feel like, or do we win? I'm not sure.
Ah, the estates are lost. They've been reduced to rubble.
I have no idea how these objectives function, I'll be entirely honest with you. Because we've got a green bar, which I assume to be good, maybe? But then we lose, so I have no fucking inkling as to how any of that works. Maybe that's the overall objective? God alone knows. Lower the game volume? Oh, God. Okay, I can. I already have it really fucking low. I got a 35%. There you go. Even lower. Like, even chat is like, oh, you won that one. Never mind, you lost. Like, I'm sure this makes sense to someone, just not to me or anybody who's watching. Can I pick you up? Oh, there we go. Well, I hit his corpse. Ooh. Ah. Okay, that's kind of funny. Ow. Get off me! I was having fun with that. Oh no! The thing exploded! How could you do this to me? Me. I do like the violence in this game. The heads getting lopped off and stuff is pretty neato cheeto. It is rather violent, and I do like the rather violent parts of it. Huh? Oh. And 3 people. I want that! I want the weapon that does 106 damage. I want that weapon. That weapon looks fun. I desire that weapon.
Well fought. You've saved the city of Bridgetown and preserved our nobility.
Apparently, we won. I don't know why, I don't know how, but we won. Yay! Combat as wild as this would be something like a Viking raid on the village? No. See, this is a common misconception that the Vikings were like just raiders and skirmishers. No, the Vikings fought in formation, like everybody else did. The whole idea of like just wild, crazy melees is almost entirely fiction. Even like simple peasant armies would fight in simplistic block formations, not with any real like expertise or understanding of why, but just in order to organize themselves, and again, not to hit your friends constantly. As handsome, there was a combat of the 30 during the 100 Years' War. 15 English and Flemish knights fought 15 French knights. The French won by cheating. And why not? Everything is fair in love and war, as they say. The Vikings' primary formation was basically a rough approximation of a shield wall, where they would stand together in special groupings, which were known as fylk, or fylkings. These were usually like a leader and his housecarls, his personal warriors, who'd form a guard around him in person. And then you'd have the peasantry and the levied people around those again. The Anglo-Saxons basically took this strategy from us and copied it with reasonable effect. Ooh. I hope I get to be the Vikings. Fuck, I don't get to be the... Ooh.
Keep the siege weapons firing.
It's a team weapon or something. Well, I'm not a team player. Fuck you. I do like this thing, though. Me. I missed. Now the bad people are coming. I hate the bad people. I take it I'm supposed to hit you because you're carrying something. Ah, he's a little try-hard. He is a little try-hard. He is a little try-hard, doing a whole little dodging and dancing and things. God, I hate people like this. God, I hate people like that. The worst people in any video game ever are the people who try. I know that might sound a little counterintuitive, but it really is the truth. That's not the block button. That's the block button. That's not an enemy. Now, I have no hit points. How about I bandage myself? That seems wise. Also... Oh. You can it... Ooh. Can I have that back? Please? Oh. Well. That exploded. That exploded indeed. The curse of the tryhard. See, games like these are always the most fun. I always hear this as well from anyone who ever plays games like these. They're like, oh my god, it was so fun. And then suddenly, the game stopped being fun for like everyone. And basically, the reason why it stops being fun is because there are too many people who take too much... How do I put it? Not enjoyment, but, well, sort of enjoyment, in trying a little bit too hard. And hey, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying that I hate everybody who does it. Same with World of Warcraft. Oh, God, help me. You're gonna toss that barrel at me? Bro, that was a bit of a wimpy throw, I can't lie. Yeah, I probably just shouldn't stop there and just stare at him for a while in the middle of this melee. That's probably silly. I was playing a bit of that Turtle WoW thing the other day, and I'm really, really enjoying it. Like, I'm loving it. I am genuinely loving it. And I've been playing a bunch of PvP, because it was always my favorite part of WoW, like doing the PvP. I don't know why. There's something about the WoW PvP that is just right. Like, it's paced, not too fast, not too slow. It's not too simplistic, it's not too complex, it's just right, you know? And sadly, why would you lead with a kick? I am not even blocking. One of the, because we picked a server that was nice and, relatively speaking, I keep thinking that when he's swinging wildly in a direction that has nothing to do with me, that he's going to miss me. Then I remember that these swings in this game are rather wide and rather forceful. A relatively new server, because I'm thinking I don't want to be on an old server that's been up for years and years, because I know what that's going to entail. It's going to mean twinks. Loads and loads and loads of twinks. And so I picked a new one, and there are still twinks. There are already twinks on the server that's only been up for like 6 months odd. Oh, I thought I was outraged. I wasn't. There's already level 30 rogues with double Crusader enchanted daggers that kill you in one backstab. It's like, wow. These are the people that absolutely destroy the game experience for everybody else. And also completely annihilate any concept of balance, because how can you, as a developer, conceivably balance against somebody doing... Oh, nice! Doing something like that. It's literally impossible. Yeah, that's a lot of people. I feel like running away just really isn't an option. Running away is an option, then swinging my weapon like a madman will be. And in fact, I killed 2 people by doing it, so there you go. Peasants were given spears because they were cheap, easy to produce, and even those dirty, unwashed savages knew how to use a pokey stick. Yes, exactly. Cheap, easy to produce, and they could be used in nice, simplistic block formations where the peasants were simply stowed together and herded in the general direction of the enemy. Eventually, this would evolve into the repeat... Ow. I'm being hit from behind, aren't I? Yes, I am. Would evolve into the usage of pikes yet again. So... pikes became very common, obviously during the pike and shot era. And that was mostly because before that, we didn't get it. See, it seems obvious for us today, but virtually all military knowledge was lost after the fall of the Roman Empire. And those who did possess military knowledge, like the Byzantines, for example, tended to keep that shit fairly secret. Because obviously they didn't want their enemies to start figuring out how warfare... Oh. How... Fuck you, whore! I have throwing weapons because I'm gay. You are indeed gay, sir. Few things are more enjoyable than watching the tryhard get surrounded and killed. There we go. Except he didn't die, instead he's still fine. There we go, he finally died. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. Okay, well, I don't know what that did, but it was a throwing axe, and I like the idea of throwing axes. God, somebody really needs to take this slashing weapon away from me. A crossbow? Ugh, gay. Somebody really needs to take this fucking slashing weapon away from me. As Amazon, first the Commodus on horseback. Lancers caused too many deaths, so it was easy to fight on foot. We were winning, then one Frenchman remounted and charged in and broke the Anglo-Flemish formation. Lancers. See, Lancers too. Lancers were not a weapon used all that much in mounted warfare. Not properly. There were cases of lancers being used, but the thing is, a lance is actually not a great weapon. A lance was, first and foremost, a sporting weapon. Ah! Eat my dick! That is why lancers, the wooden lancers in particular, were designed to break upon impact because they were, you know, sporting weapons. There were military lancers as well, but the problem is a lance is really huge and really fucking heavy and can only really be used effectively if couched and on horseback. Oh, don't hit me, I'm your friend. God damn it, fire again! I don't like the fire. Swing like a madman. Hope that you hit something. It was way easier to just use a spear. That was what eventually gave the Norman cavalry, well, that and a lucky arrow, victory at, oh god, what was the battle of the Normans and the Saxons? I've forgotten now. But this was, of course, where the invention of the stirrups, I hate the fire, where the stirrups came into play. See, a mounted man on horsebacks has many advantages over a man on foot, elevation being one of them. The ability to clench your thighs together to give increased... Oh, I didn't know that would hit me. To give increased velocity and power to a swing was another. But to begin with, you needed to literally just fucking, you know, breeding press clench the horse to... Ow, why did you do that to me? No, probably shouldn't have dropped my block there right before it hits me. Which was kind of difficult. With stirrups, however, now you had the ability to brace yourself whilst on the horse, which was an enormous advancement. It was what gave the Franks such an enormous combat head start. Oh, bad people. Over everybody else around them. Are you... Oh, you're... Why do I keep hitting my ally? That's a good question. Somebody really does need to take away my fucking slashing weapon. Okay, now you hit me. Now I'm gonna find you and fucking team kill you. Come back here. He went away. So, what you would actually see, rather than the Oh, that's an ally again. Rather than the cinematic massed charges of horse that would just shatter enemy ranks, well, here's the thing. That was the intent. The goal was to have a mass of horseflesh thundering across the field, literally shaking the ground as they came, to scare the living life shit out of the enemy. And by scaring the living life shit out of them, you would shatter their ranks. You would break them apart. That weird flourishy thing is putting me off, and I don't like it. Fuck you. And most battles were won just during that phase. Most successful cavalry charges ended before the cavalry even hit the enemy, as horses are generally speaking rather reticent to charge a solid mass of dudes, particularly if that solid mass of dudes are all pointing spears in their general direction. But sometimes, against disciplined troops, of course, that wasn't going to be enough. If the enemy actually stood their ground, the next step in a confrontation would usually be for the cavalry to utilize their spears to stab down at the enemy, using their advantage of elevation and force is being vote kits. I don't know what that means. You used up too much stamina blocking, my boy. Kick, I guess. I don't know. Is he an asshole? He's Russian. He's probably a douchebag. Where the cavalry would then shy away from the infantry and usually then use overhead thrusts in order to stab down and try to get above the shields and stab at the people below. And if this continued successfully for long enough, then there was the hope of breaking, thinning out, or demoralizing the enemy formation, after which the cavalry would retreat and then do the charge all over again, hoping to be able to break the enemy the next time. This was also why cavalry were expected to bring multiple... Oh, that's a lot of enemies. To bring multiple horses to an engagement. Like the Norman Knights, for example. The Norman Knights brought, on average, something like 3 mounts. And on the march, the extra mounts would then be utilized by their squires, or foraging details, or patrols, campers. I blocked too much. Never fear, I still have a knife. Thank you. Now, let me balance myself and see if I can rediscover some sort of a weapon. Yay! As they would then be able to serve as the army's scouts and also to advance out into the area and forage, as foraging was a huge part of medieval warfare. As, well, you didn't have anywhere near as much in the way of logistical. I'm level 6, I don't know what that means, but I'm happy. Oh. As you had nowhere near the same amount of logistical support that you've got these days, because, you know, you were relying on fucking horses and carts, etc. But during the battle, occasionally you would have things like mounted squires, which would form kind of like a like more or less similarly equipped, but generally speaking less reliable and thus lighter cavalry formation. Otherwise, the knights would charge, they would exhaust the horse, then they'd, stab at the enemy a little bit, retreat, change out their horses, and charge again, hoping that they had sufficiently demoralized the enemy to break their formations with the sheer threat and mass of their impact the next time around. Fascinating stuff, really. Want to keep climbing up the ladder? Oh, I don't want to mount the ladder, I wanted to push down the ladder. Yeah, I don't think you want to climb that. That seems unhealthy. Right, I think we need to just defend for another minute and 40 seconds, then we win. I think. I believe that's how that works. Really cool stuff. Which also eventually led, of course, to ours breeding proper war horses. Because the shock and threat of impact was such a big deal, finding bigger, badder, nastier-looking horses was an excellent part of doing that. Oh god, the horses we eventually bred for this were fucking absolute, unironic, genuine monster things. Nope. Somebody really needs to take the slashing weapon away from me. Do I have still advantages? I do! No, I don't. Well, fuck me. I've been healed! Wait. No. I really feel like we should be allowed to push over these ladders here because it would be really useful for me as the defender to be able to push over ladders. That's the entirety of justification. But the particularly retarded part is that despite the importance that was often placed on creating these absolute fucking monster horses, we then lost virtually... Interesting. We then actually, not only lost the technology, but we didn't give a shit about the horses. One of the craziest things about, the Napoleonic Wars was how difficult it was to get access to horses. Because horses were, it takes a while to breed and train a horse. Aha! You are the losers today, faggots! Eat a tiku andudayu or something. This unarmed guy is gonna kill half our team. If you read about how the French... I'm quite happy, actually, by the fact that I'm getting into, the top two-thirds of the leaderboard, considering I've never played this game before. I feel like I'm doing quite well. The way the French treated their horses was unbelievably poor. Jesus Christ, you would not believe it. The casualty rate, after just a few years of war, France was destitute of horses. They'd lost most of them, simply through neglect. To the point where Napoleon's army, of course, during the Battle of Waterloo, the famed cavalry of Marshal... Was it Ney? Was Ney the cavalry commander? Failed largely because their horses were shit. Upsetting. Very upsetting. And there were other factions that treated their horses better, absolutely. The Prussians treated their horses quite well, but even then, it wasn't good. It was still really, really fucking terrible. And this didn't change until, well, it never changed, actually.
Enemies upon us, kill them or
It literally actually... By the way, I'd like to use different weapons. Have I unlocked anything? Because I kind of want to try something, you know, else. A pole hammer. Yeah. I like a pole hammer. Don't get me wrong, the Bardies is cute and all, but variety is the spice of life. I should not be hitting my allies in the back of the head like that. But variety is the spice of life, after all. Come back here, you archer cunt. Oh, did I kill my friend? I might have killed my friend. In the crotch. That was a pretty good hit. That was a pretty good... You can't lie, that was a pretty good hit. Nice fucking sidestep, bro. Is that a clan hood you're wearing there? Because that's a bit much. Oh, no, that's not a clan hood. That's a graphical glitch. I see. Very well. But World War I, we treated horses like shit. World War II, we treated horses like shit. Oh, there's the pole hammer. Right. This will be interesting. I would highly recommend you check out African Kaiser. African Kaiser is a fantastic book that I highly recommend to literally everyone. Oh. That stopped on the... This has a lot less range than the other one. I'm beginning to notice. That's going to take a moment to get used to. I'm sorry, team member. I didn't mean to hit you in the back of the head. It just happens. Ow, sorry. I've come to realize that I am a hazard to friend and foe alike. Where I don't remember where. It was somewhere in, like, Middle Africa, where they were fighting over a series of hills, and the South African and British expeditionary forces suffered something like a 700%. No, it was more, wasn't it? Like, I think it was over 1,000% casualty rate or something amongst horses, which meant that out of the 10 horses that they actually dispatched to the front line, only one horse would actually survive and get to the front line. Every other horse would die. Throwing knife! Yay. Every other horse would die. And this was because of the tsetse fly, which was a special type of little disgusting fly carrying, what was it, sleeping sickness or something like that? Oh, this is a bad position to be in. Yeah, terrible position to be in the middle of 4 people. They killed hundreds of thousands of horses, and instead of trying to figure out how to fix that particular problem, and to be fair, there might not have been any real fixing of that problem, they just kept sending more horses. Straight to their death. Over and over and over and over and over and over again. Because, well, the entire logistics system relied on literally nothing but horses, so, you know, you couldn't stop sending horses. You just kept sending horses until some of them eventually made it to the front line. Ow. Wasn't ideal, but it worked. Let's try some of the other classes, too. But I feel like I finally got mildly competent at this class, although, to be fair, I was only getting mildly competent with the other weapon. I feel like I've gotten significantly less competent with this weapon. Yay, finally managed one of those fancy counter thingies. Too many. So this game has a very interesting counter system, by the way. So if you want to counter, because you've got block, right? Which you block the enemy, then you can attack quicker to hit them if they, attacking you. Okay, fairly standard, right? But you've got a perfect block style system where to do that, you need to actually attack. Ow!
They have freed
I'm on fire.
Retreat to the village.
You need to actually attack a moment before the enemy's attack hits, which sounds really weird, and it is really weird. Because you kind of gotta drop your block almost a little bit before you think you should drop the block. Ow, why? Or was that a heal? I don't know. Ow. Well, surrounded and fucking loaded. And you also need to do the same type of attack as the enemy. So if he's doing a slash, you need to do a slash. If he's doing an overhand, you need to do an overhand, etc. Interesting mechanic. Honestly, I feel like that's going to be more just pure fucking luck than anything else, because with how quickly the attacks come, you're not really going to have much in the way of time to perfectly guess the enemy's attack, but... Why would you turn around? Now I just hit you in the back. Apparently it might have been because I had more friends coming up behind me. I don't remember doing an attack. There we go. I hit him in the back of the head. Yeah, I don't like this thing anywhere near as much as I did the bodies. It feels slower, which is not great. And not only does it feel slower, it actually feels like it does less damage. It feels slower and has less range and does less damage. Might just be because I'm not getting used to it, but it does not feel good. Arch, you should try Arena 1v1 or 3v3. Ugh. I kind of do want to try Arena, but the thing is, I guarantee you that's where the real fucking sweat lords are gonna be. And if you really want to get demoralized on a game like this, just play the sweat lord mode. So how do you put yourself out? I'm assuming there is a way. Ah, you just get put out eventually. Okay, that's nice. Yes, go into the fire, brother. Maybe it has like a longer thrust range? I mean, I feel like there's got to be something that makes this particular weapon, good. I really don't want to go in there swinging because I feel like I'm going to hit a lot of friendlies if I do. I don't want to hit all my friends, even though I do still hit all my friends in the back of the head anyways. I know. I hit him somehow. I hit him again somehow. Didn't hit him that time. Ow. Also, I need to do that thing that people do where they like swing and then turn the camera towards the enemy to hit earlier. That's another thing I need to start doing. I don't like the pole hammer. I'm not a fan of the pole hammer. Can I have something different than the pole hammer? Come on, really? Yeah, but I want the spear though. The spear sounds fun. No more jumping out there. I want the spear. I like the idea of a spear. It sounds like it would be more difficult to do friendly damage with the spear. Bow. Maybe I should just pick up a bow and just start shooting wildly into melee. That sounds fun too. I think we're successfully defending the gate. Also, this is not a halberd. The game calls this a halberd. This is not a halberd. This is a bardis. There's a pretty significant... Oh, yeah, I can build thing. Yeah, ow, why? I can build thing. No, you filthy swingy piece of shit. Yeah, that. Ow. That thing. Yeah, I need to start doing that thing. Ow.
Fall back and defend the village.
What? How objective failed? What? When we were...
Away from the
But we...
prisoners.
God, I don't know how this fucking game works at all. I thought we were doing well, but no. I thought we were doing great. Apparently not. I'm the red faction now, which means we're the bad guys. Oh god, apparently we are the bad guys. Jesus. That's just a house ornament, is it? Yes, you see, we decided to mount... I fucking hate the firebombs. I really hate the firebombs. Both because they're annoying and because I really don't feel like firebombs would be a common thing in your average medieval battle. I don't know why. Now, imagine I leveled up now. Do I get spear now? Footman, 4. 6. But I was level 6. Lying piece of shit video game. Sledgehammer?
There are only a few prisoners left.
Video game. Also, this is not a halberd. Defend the prisoners. Oh. Yes, that's a good idea. I should build the spiky thing around the prisoners. Look at me. I am contributing to video game. Also, I need to learn to spam attacks more often. Yes and no. So, that's another thing that because I keep stopping the attacks and then trying to block, which you kind of should, but only if you actually get blocked should you stop to attack. As this game has some kind of... The game has a weird sort of turn-based initiative system. Basically, if you hit an enemy, it is your time to attack. And you can then, in fact, like there, I should have continued attacking him because he kicked. And kicking is useless. Kicking is absolutely genuinely pointless. I don't know why so many people do it. Because it only breaks blocks. So unless your enemy is actively holding a block, kicking is pointless. If you get blocked, then it is the enemy's turn to attack. And then you need to block. When you block, then it is your turn to attack. It is a weird system that makes absolutely no realistic sense whatsoever, but leads to an interesting kind of initiative, well, literally initiative, style combat, where you need to be aware of what happened last in combat. I don't actually know why I didn't hit that guy there. I guess I was further away than I knew because my camera was fucked up. There's a fucking fire. It's very gamey, and it's not something that the game explains very well, and something that I imagine a lot of people have a tremendous amount of frustration over as they try to figure out, like, okay, but he's just swinging attacks at me. Why aren't I hitting when I'm just swinging attacks at him? Like this guy was just swinging attacks at me, and so I got the opportunity to swing back at him and kill him. I feel like a lot of newbie players are probably going to be like, but I just swung my axe too. Why didn't I hit him? Yay, I did the thing where I hit him off camera. I'm a good video game player. That how... why is there a... Why? Why is there a pile of body parts there? That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Yeah. Oh god, that would have been such a nice kill if my friend hadn't taken the patch to his face instead of the guy I was aiming at. That would have been such a neat kill. Like I hit, see that was a good example. I hit that guy first, but he just kept swinging, and so I retained initiative. I feel like just swinging is a thing that too many people do. Although there are also weapons that are so fast that it kind of breaks the entire initiative order. Like knives. Also, I want firebombs too. Firebombs look incredibly overpowered and I want them. Doors World War 17. Right, I'll do that once this one goes. Enigma, you know you're dealing with Tryhard when he's decked out like Sauron and continues fighting while on fire. Yes. Right, where were the... Oh, that's a lot of people. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna work out very well. Nope, no it didn't. No, it did not. On the bright side, I'm honestly kind of surprised by how relatively well I'm doing, considering most of these people have probably been playing this game for about 3 years at this point, if not more. And I'm only doing sub-friendly damage, on occasion. Also, I'm surprised by how fond people are of kicking. Oh, enemies. Enemies all over the place. Stop taking my ankles, you little bitch. I'm surprised by how fond people are of kicking, considering kicking seems utterly useless to me. Oh well. When you play Age of Empires 2? Never. I played Age of Empires 2 when I was but a child. Objective failed.
They have freed all of our prisoners.
Oh, no.
Infantry, defend the bridge. We must halt the enemy's advance.
Only the infantry, mind you, not the archers. The archers shouldn't defend anything. That'd be silly. Mr. Naruto, try Knight Officer subclass next. Rose, best girl. Rose is best girl. Well, I think they've already kind of destroyed their way into our little bridgey thingy, so... Deserting? Oh, wow. Never mind. Swing! Swing! Die. Oh, add that to World of War and Rose. Patience, video game. I'll get back to you. Rose and World at War. Where's World at War?
Keep the enemy at bay. They must not gain control of the bridge.
I need to make this list a little bit easier to read. I can't wait to eventually get this automated again. There we are. I missed the previous system, but the hashtags were, I need to tell you, I need to figure out some AI bot that can read entire messages. That'd be lovely. We must be the bad guys, like, I really hate the fire grenades. I really hate the fire grenades. They just feel so gay and so unbelievably out of place. Not to mention, a game where you die and respawn this quick, a grenade has got to be the best weapon you can possibly imagine. Holy shit. Especially an objective-oriented game. You can literally cut the enemy off completely from objective by just tossing fucking burning grenades of area denial onto it. Okay, so I'm beginning to figure out the blue thing is the enemy completing their objective. So we need to hold them for 5 minutes, and we need to prevent the blue bar from filling. I am beginning to understand. I am developing an understanding for video game. A crude and baseline understanding of video game, to be sure. But an understanding, nevertheless. Ah, damn it. He was slightly faster than me. Ah, Messer. The German sword. I heard that was the try-hard weapon. I can see why. It's fucking huge. And pretty quick. And, like, everyone I see uses it or a variant of it. The gate! Ah. Oh, bastard saw me coming. Oh. Nice counter. I do love the kills in this game. You just see some guy and he gets absolutely fucking flattened by a dude with an axe coming up behind him and just planting him into the ground. That is rather cute, I can't lie. That... Multiple gates. Blocking too much, not attacking enough. The spinny guy with the axe is the gay man. Oh, can I pick you up? Oh. Nope, because you're on fire. Fair enough. People who are on fire cannot be easily resurrected. That makes a great deal of sense to me. Oh. Does that give me back my hand axe? It doesn't. That's upsetting. Damn it. Sir! Come back here, sir! Sir! I wish to engage you in honorable combat by attacking you from behind. In my kingdom, the Skavendom, that is honorable combat. Bad person, leave the gate alone. Don't kick me, you tard. It does no damage. Ow. Are the enemy throwing axes at the gate to do damage? I feel like that shouldn't work.
It won't work.
It won't work. It won't work, my lord. You have no more cloth to stop your bleeding, my lord. Right, I've run out of resources. Time to run into the melee, swinging wildly, hoping to hit something.
The gate is badly damaged.
You know, worked reasonably well, everything considered. Enigma, how about a little Greek fire? Oh, Greek fire is an interesting thing because we still don't really... Oh.
Utter failure. The gate is fallen.
But we were holding that gate. I guess there are multiple gates, probably. And if one gate opens up, all the gates open up. Because reasons. Because reasons indeed. You cannot attack me. I attack you first. Or you have friends. That might also work. Maybe one of the... Let's try some of the other... But the thing is, I don't want to try any of the other things because I actually want to unlock things on this stupid class. Archer? I don't think I'll enjoy Archer, but... Oh. There's a hole. What happens if I go down the hole? You respawn as an archer. That's what happened if you go down the hole. Nice. Right, how does this work then? I am presuming you pull the bow back. Can you hold this indefinitely? You can. Or, well, no, not quite indefinitely. Very close to indefinitely. I am surprised that didn't hit him. Very close to indefinitely, but not quite indefinitely. I see this game has an interesting understanding of ballistic trajectories. Oh, this is gay. Ow. I think I was hit by another person with a bow. But his bow hurts more than mine. His bow hurts a lot more than mine, actually. Yay. I did a useful. Ugh. I don't know if I like this. I mean, it feels powerful. If anything, I feel like it feels a little bit too powerful. But I don't know if I like this. Yeah, I don't know if I like this. It feels... It feels gay. It feels gay. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. It feels like a gay class. It feels like a homosexual class that should be disliked by all. I wonder how much friendly fire damage you do. I feel like finding out by firing randomly into combat and finding out. This game does have an interesting understanding of ballistic trajectories, though. It feels like the arrow somehow lags after the... like, the, trajectory? Okay. Very well, Draken. I'm just gonna follow behind him and figure out if he... Let's see how much friendly fire damage we can potentially do. 31! Pretty good! 10! Pretty good! That's what you get for pushing me off a ledge. I'm gonna dedicate the rest of this round to just trying to kill him now. Feels only fair. If I'm going to play the gay class, I'm going to do it from a position of gayness, which is right up here. Firing into combat. Like a decidedly homosexual individual. Gee, damage. Fortunately, you do significantly less damage to team members than you do to enemies. Which seems like a potentially silly idea, because... I mean, that kind of encourages you to just shoot, you know? How did I miss that? That's a good question. I think you could have an interesting thing where you basically have, like, really powerful ranged combat. Which is sort of what you have here, because this combat is very deadly. But simultaneously... Oh, I'm out of arrows. But simultaneously, a little bit less... Honestly, I kind of feel like the balance is actually kind of correct here. Oh, you need to hold it down. Because you don't do that much damage. Like, you do like a third of somebody's health bar, which is a fair old fucking bit. No doubt, especially as you can do it from, in essence, perfect safety. but you don't do, like, crazy damage. You know? You know what I mean? You're not a sniper. You're more like a annoying gnat picking away at things from the outside of the combat, you know? Not terrible. I actually think it's fairly well balanced and thought out the way they have it. Oh. Get in the middle of all that. Somehow I lived. I don't know why, don't know how. Oh, there we go. I deserved that death. Oh. Will we somehow manage to clinch this? If we do, it was all because I was an annoying archer for the last part of the game. Aha! Knew it. There's another bow that's slower but does a lot of damage. I am unlocking things. I don't know what these things are, but I am unlocking them. Alright, so far... Gale, homosexual, fucking video game. Stop that. I want to look at classes.
The raising of Uskandir.
So, Vanguard, two-handed asks... Mallet. Okay. Column. Footman. Sledgehammer. Longsword. I'll try the axe. We are going to the Middle East.
Be ready! They come!
Where the horses have tiny tails. Infidels.
Uskandir is under attack.
No, I'm brown. I feared this day. Oh.
We must defend our lighthouse and secure the port.
I kind of want a spear. Where did my axe go? I didn't mean to do that. Wait, can I have a spear and a shield? No, that'd be too much, I guess. I kind of wanted a spear. Browns versus invading whites, Europeans. But this time, unfortunately, the Europeans do not come bearing firearms. Which is going to make all of this significantly harder. That was a lot of them. Damn it, I kind of like the spear. I wanted to use more of that spear. Stop that. Stop that. Stop the brown noises. Oh, how the hell did you... Sometimes the overswing is truly a thing to behold. Uh-oh. Ouchies. This sure is a fucking miracle bandage. Oh. I'm just gonna try to defuse this at the cost of my own existence. Yep. I don't know if I succeeded. I don't think I did. Oh god, the overswing truly is something. My Jesus.
Back to it.
I wasn't even in the same galaxy as that guy. Oh, that's friendly. Don't hit the friendlies. The friendlies are friendlies for a reason. They are not to be struck in the face. I don't hate the axe so far. I definitely don't hate the axe so far. Oh, that's friendly. They have brown people on their team as well? I feel like that's cheating. Ow. Ow. Oh. A dude with a knife was stabbing me from behind, and I did not notice. And then he was stabbed from behind by another dude with a knife. Such is the cycle of life. Yes, see, in reality, when the whites came, they brought fire up. I really hate being on the brown side. There's far too many silly battle cries. Sprint attack? Oh. That's a thing. Defend the lighthouse! It is a special piece of technology granted to us by the forebearers, known as the Greeks. Ooh, that hurts. Nice one. Yes, keep aiming at me whilst two people wail at you with two-handed weapons. I hate the Browns. I hate the Browns. Oh, YouTube did the thing. Oh, what's this? Is this what I think it is?
Are you
sort
ready to
of.
let this yellow mare's fluttery, buttery butt?
YouTube, don't do that. Don't run out of memory now, YouTube. YouTube, stop it. You become a giant white screen. You're a fucking spotlight at the side of my head. He is wounded. Oh, he is dead. No, that didn't work out well. I'm surprised there are no women on the enemy team. Maybe this game came out before diversity was a thing. What's my special ability thing? This? I don't know what this is. Nor did throwing it seem to achieve anything. The game in which mouse dragging is a genuine weapon. I would have expected more females. Marine a better balance than Lord of the Rings Conquest. Scouts are OP. I have never played Lord of the Rings Conquest, I don't think. Or have I? Is that one of the ones, one of the third-person ones? Because I remember playing something like that. Well, I don't know about something like that, because I don't know if it was, you know... Wait, I have a bomb now? Since when did I have bombs? I'm confused. But anyways, I remember some third-person Lord of the Rings game where, it wasn't multiplayer, I don't think. At least I don't remember ever playing it multiplayer or seeing it being multiplayer. But the point... Oh, that's friendly. I turned around, hit him in the face regardless. Oh, you're not a friendly. You'd think I'd be able to differentiate between the, browns and the known browns, but... you'd be surprised. But yes, it was a third-person, kind of like survival-y almost game, where you would do things like stay on the walls of Minas Tirith, and there'd be endless hordes of orcs running up on it to attack you. I don't remember the name of those. But they were really, really fun. I remember that. They were really fun. And you could play like Gandalf, or Gimli, or Legolas and stuff. And each one of them would have their own, like, attack patterns and special abilities and all kinds of shit. Really, 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 really cool game. Really cool games. I still need to try and figure out what my special abilities are. I have a knife, which I can throw. I know that much. So instead of getting confused by special ability things, I should probably just focus on swinging my sword, or axe in this case, against the enemy. He's on fire. Holy fucking swing block, Batman. How did that not hit? Oh, friendly. Yay! We won! The video game has been defeated. Racing of Ascandir. Positive KD? Oh, not bad. No War in the North. I'm pretty sure it's not that one. Although I think War in the North is one of those games that I never played. Because I've heard of it. They were like silly little movie tie-in games. Like silly little like movie tie-in games thingies, where, you know, everybody expected movie tie-in games to be shit, but it wasn't always the case, and the Lord of the Rings ones were definitely an excellent example of that. I think they were made by EA or something too, which is the reason why everyone was very surprised that they were actually as good as they were and as fun as they were, because they were fun.
As you well know, the Strait at Lion Spire has never been penetrated by any enemy vessel. This channel is littered with the bones of hundreds of ships who dared to sail through. Keep those trebuchets firing and add Malric's arrogant fleet to the briny deep. For Agatha!
We have never been penetrated before. Don't let this be the first time we're penetrated. We wish to not be penetrated. Messer. I want that sword. That sword seems really, really powerful. I want that sword. Why can't I have that sword? Ew, this is from the alpha. I remember this. I remember this map. I have memories of it. Fond memories? Yeah, actually, sort of. I don't know if I want to go down here. There seems like there's a lot of bad people in this direction. Fuck it. 360 no-scope my ass. Oh, from behind. Or actually, I was killed by a bow, apparently. Chivalry 2 is an old game. Yes, chat. I think they're not working on Chivalry 3 as far as I'm aware either. I think they're working on some kind of like co-op survival horror-y thing style video game, plinky plunky. Oh. He tackled me harder than I tackled him. Yeah, some kind of survival horror-y co-op style thing. Didn't really look that interesting to me. It looked like a gimmick game, is what it looked like. It looked like a gimmick game, where the gimmick is you have 4 players, I think, that start in different areas of the city, and then you've got to find each other, and then, you know, extract probably, or do something silly. Like, I don't know. That sounds like it'll get real boring real quick, honestly. Maybe not. It could be more fun than it sounds, but it sounds laborious. Well, that was terrible. I'm definitely noticing how much shorter range the axe has. Ragdoll. I am definitely noticing how much shorter range this thing has. Keep hitting him until he runs out of block. Mouse dragging as an art form. I am doing it. I am doing the successful counter thingy strokey thingy thing that I was talking about. Oh. Never mind. Huh. I did it right though. It gave me the little blue icon and everything. I guess his thing was just way faster than mine? I don't know if you want to... No. Wait. Did my ally just kill me? I see. Draken, I demand arena! No. I'm not interested in sweat mode. Fuck no. Jesus. Sweat mode, boring. Casual mode, fun. At least funner than sweat mode. I miss my halberd. Ow. I miss my halberd. Ooh, the old Lord of the Rings strategy games. Those were a lot of fun. I can't remember what they were called either. Conquest? No. No clue right now. But there were strategy games. They had wow. Jesus Christ. They had a lot of really, really cool ideas. And I remember they announced the command wheel, where you wouldn't have like a base that you would build in the like traditional context sense. Instead, you would have a base that was just a circle. God. I don't like the axe anymore. The axe is too slow. I feel like I run into people who outspeed me even when I block their attacks, which upsets me greatly. It does hit hard, which is neat, but hitting hard isn't really that valuable when you get blocked and then outsped all the time. I have come to the conclusion that range is king. Okay, that was that was a pretty good move. You've got to admit, chat. That was pretty nice. That was a pretty sweet move right there. Sidestepped his little attack and then hit him in the head with the attacks. That was a pretty smooth maneuver right there, chat. You must admit. You have to give it to me. It was a smooth maneuver. No, you. See, I tried the whole kicking thing and I immediately regretted it. It's just a flesh wound. The flesh wound that is currently having me bleeding to death. How am I still up and around and moving about if it's... Ow. Never mind. But yes, command wheel. Which I remember at the time, they were like, oh my god, a command wheel. What a remarkably revolutionary feature. The very same feature that Sacrifice was lambasted for back in the day. Upsetting. I do really like the cinematic battles in this game, though. You know, this is what Battlefield should basically always be. Like, I feel like we should really try to get down there and kill whoever is shooting that massive, horrible catapult thingy at us non-stop. Because I feel like it causes us tremendous casualties. Casualty. Casualty. That was almost a nice move. Wows. At least I mildly annoyed them for a brief period of time. It also had formations and cavalry impact. Oh, those were fun games. I don't know what sacrifice is. How the fuck do you not know what sacrifice is? Oh, God. Fucking plebeians. Absolute disgusting plebeians. Oh. Ew, I lose my runny bonus if I turn a little bit too hard. That's nice to know. Anyways, I want to keep going down here to annoy the people. Hello. You are a gay bastard! Doing gay bastard things! And I hate you! Gay bastard doing gay bastard things. I should not be stabbing with a fucking... Really? You threw your shield at me? Is that even a... Apparently that is the thing you can do. I'm surprised and annoyed. It is the best video game ever produced in terms of story, voice acting, gameplay, everything. It genuinely is a remarkable video game. From an age when there was passion and interest in creating things.
No! The gate has fallen! Fall back to the square! We must defend the town square!
The fuck did this magical thing? We are truly fighting against the precursor race here. We are fighting against the people with automated battering rams. One of the 1997 movie Hercules, which is one of the best animated movies ever made, particularly in terms of animation quality. It puts to shame practically anything we have today. The guy who played Hades in that game, and I forget the name of the voice actor, but pretty famous guy, excellent voice actor, right? Hercules, despite being absolutely amazing, actually did not do very well. It was one of the countless victims of Disney's basically war on... Maybe I should throw an Odinfoot down there. Yeah, look at that. It was one of Disney's many casualties in their war on 2D animation. What the fuck? Ow! Stop that. Disney didn't want 2D animation. They wanted 3D. Because they were convinced, and they'd basically been sold the lie, that 3D animation would be better, faster, cheaper, and more popular than 2D animations. This turned out to be completely false, as today 3D animations cost more than 2D animations. Because not only do you need to hire the people who can make it, which is already kind of difficult, see, the assumption was that 3D would be a lot simpler than 2D, but that's not really true. Because to make 3D look good, you need a lot of special bits and pieces, bits and bobs. You need to move in a certain way. You've got to animate in a certain way. I have an excellent book on this called The Animator Survival Kit, which is a fantastic, lengthy piece on basically how 3D animators manage to get icons and models to look alive, to move in a way that is pleasing to the eye, etc. It really is fascinating, because it's not so simple as to just like, okay, how do you make a person take a step? Well, you just raise one leg and you move forward. No, if you do that, the animation comes off as stiff and as, unnatural. You actually need loads and loads of middle steps on the way before you can do that. You know, you need to bend the knee, you've got to lower the hips, You have to add in tons of little pieces to make the animation smooth and appealing. And we do have certain ways of automating this, but it is nevertheless, like, it takes as long today to make a 3D movie as it took to make a 2D movie. So the entire argument that it would be quicker, cheaper, and easier, it really genuinely was complete and utter fucking hogwash from beginning to end. But unfortunately, Disney fell for it. And it meant that a lot of movies got really badly shafted. And Disney's Hercules was one of them. It also was a strange, like, hyper-early example of sort of early cancel culture, where Hercules was accused of not being faithful enough to Greek mythology, which is like... Of course it's not faithful to Greek mythology. It's mythology. It's made-up bullshit. That's the point of this entire thing. It's made up. It's basically a superhero flick. And yet it unironically got stick for that. It didn't help either, of course, that it came out during a period where we were swimming in exceptional animations. So the fact that Hercules was well animated, it wasn't enough. Like today, you have shows like Has Been Hotel, which get a lot of praise for its animation quality, and hey, not unduly so. Has Been Hotel has excellent animation quality. It really genuinely does. But yeah, I was kind of waiting for that. But compared to just basic bitch Disney films, it's nothing special. Like, what we used to have was actually so much better. It's insane. It is genuinely insane. But then again, Disney managed to actually win the war on animation and replace everything with 3D. All of the knowledge, all of the skill, all of the art that we once had, all of that was lost. Oh, I figured out how to throw a fiery thing. The combat around here is sheer fucking haphazardous carnage. I have no idea what's going on. Hello, Mr. Crossbow person. Thank you.
The town square is nearly lost.
It apparently is. Oh. Jesus. I really don't like the axe. I want something else.
Curses! The town square is lost.
Let me try the knight. Ooh, sword.
Agathians, defend the gatehouse banners!
Agathians? Oh, we are Gartha. Because that's kind of based. Oh. Oh. I should not be trusted with a ranged weapon like that. Swing! Swing! Swing like a madman and hope you hit something. Or get stun locked. That also works. Imagine what animation would be like today. Goddamn imagine. Weirdly, one of the things actually keeping 2D animation, like, alive and relevant in today's age is actually... Oh, a stabbing attack. I did not expect that to be the, like, power attack for a two-handed sword, I will admit. One of the things actually keeping, like, 2D animations alive today is AI. So, AI is able to do what the false promises of 3D couldn't. As the entire idea was, we can make this faster, easier, cheaper. And it couldn't. That was a false promise, as mentioned. But AI actually, unironically, can do it faster, easier, cheaper. Now, we do have problems with specifics. Like, it is... Why am I stuck? It is difficult to get the AI to do exactly what we want the AI to do. That is currently, like, the biggest... Ow! That is currently the biggest... I want to help this guy out. That is currently the biggest problem with AI. If we tell it to do something, it often does something completely different. And wrangling it in such a way that it will reliably do precisely what we want it to do is going to be the challenge. What I expect is eventually going to happen is that we figure out a way to make AI read storyboards, basically, where we can make a storyboard of the scenes and the expressions expected, etc., and then the AI will actually go, okay, you want the character to be here, doing that, saying this, blah, blah, blah. Very well, I am then going to fill in all of the blanks in between. And so you can make seamless animations from basically just sketches. That's going to have some further challenges, like how to maintain art consistency, and how to get rid of the occasional derps, like when it decides to not draw an eye, for example. But that is absolutely going to be the future. As the thing is, too, most people actually tend to prefer 2D animation. Swing! Spin! Spin! I have long since given up on engaging this combat with any degree of finesse. I spin! As 3D, it just isn't as pretty. It just isn't as pretty. And it is severely limited in the art styles available to it. That's probably the biggest Achilles heel of 3D. In that everyone is basically doing the exact... That guy's freaking out a little bit. Everyone is basically doing the exact same thing. Everyone's basically just doing the Pixar style. Because that's all the AI can really do, the Pixar style. And so now you've got 3D animations coming out of China that look identical to the stuff we're producing in America. It is such a silly little thing. Why must you come and chase me down? I was just trying to run in there and hit the blue archer person. All of this to defend a handful of flags. We should just take the flags down. It'll be way easier than all of this running about and swinging and violence and nonsense over such silly little flag things. Too many. I do like the idea of AI. I really do. It's going to come with a whole host of other problems. The massive brain drain that is going to inevitably be introduced is a big thing. The brain drain. Genuinely, the brain drain is going to be the largest concern out of all of it. Because even AI is going to need direction. It is going to need to be told what good animation is and what bad animation is. And if we, the people, no longer know what good animations is and what bad animation is, how the fuck are we going to be able to tell the AI? We're not. And so even if we have the best animation tool in the world, if we don't know what's good or not, It's really not going to help us. Curved swords? They have curved swords? Disgusting. Ow. Ugh. Burp, burp, burp. I feel like an archer has taken a liking to me, because I constantly see little arrow shafts whizzing past my head. It's a little upsetting.
Defend the trebuchets! They must remain firing.
Are you the archer who was sending arrows next to my head all the time? I don't like you. Please die. Good God, I feel like this sword really does not do a whole lot of damage, does it? I'm going to be executed by my own side in a second. There's a guy on the floor biting my ankles. Oh, wait. Did the desertion take away my weapon? Because I felt like suddenly I wasn't swinging a sword anymore. Huh.
Must be defended.
No, you will drop your weapon. You're too far away from the area I intend you to be in. Okay, calm down. I was just trying to kill their archers. Didn't mean to break the rules of chivalry or whatever. Apparently, I fell down. I am very sorry, Lord of Chivalry, Jesus.
Ignorant slut.
No, I thought I was blocking. Apparently not. Marine lover, worst case of brain damage. AI awoke. Like, the thing is, I think genuinely AI is going to fucking destroy us as a civilization. I am actually worried about that. Because we've already been seeing, like, education is a wonderful case for this, which is looking like really, really bad. Where we are now using AI. Not only, like, people are using AI to cheat. Like, they're writing essays just using AI, right? Which is one thing. But the teachers are now also using AI to detect the AI and to grade the paper. So we have students using AI, and we have teachers using AI. Both sides of the equation right now are both having their jobs replaced in large parts by people. Which means that in the end, we are going to end up with neither student or pupil actually able to do their jobs. Our education system is gonna fucking collapse under this. I really don't like the sword, short sword. Or long sword, actually. It's got decent range, and it's got a decent attack speed, but god, it does so little damage. AI versus AI, yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like, it's... The man just ran at me with his sword held out in front of him, and somehow that hurt me. Oh. Oh. I'm beginning to understand. You get special abilities after a bit. Also, the sword 2 also allows you to hit your friends. Which, as we have by now determined, is a bad idea for me to have. It is not a power I should be granted. Very foolish. It's tremendously foolish to give me this power. Holy shit, the one-handed sword does as much damage as the two-handed sword. That's a little upsetting. Holy fuck, the throwing! The throwing knife does more damage than the fucking two-handed weapon. That's just a tiny bit silly, in my opinion. Ow. 105? Holy fuck. I want that. Then again, to be fair, a sword really shouldn't do all that much damage against armor. You must defend the trebuchet. If the trebuchet falls, we will be sad and dead. Ow. Fire. Fire. I have a nasty habit of stopping blocking right before the enemy hits me. I should try and fix that somehow.
I'll do you for that.
Bugger me. Bugger me royally or something. Uh-oh. I hear hissy noises. Hissy noises bad. Hissy noises bad. Trying to get to the hissy noises. Oh, somebody got to the hissy noises. Oh, Jesus. 133 damage. I want those weapons. I want the weapons that make you die instantly. I like those weapons. Why can't I have those weapons? Aha! We have run out the arbitrary time. You must flee now, silly foes. I can see how this sword will be good because, you know, it is fast and everything, but yeah. Takedowns. 50. Still pretty good.
Desecration of Gallencourt.
Maybe Man-at-Arms. Morningstar. What? I do like the idea of a one-handed spear, but I really want the other spear. Ugh. Game is going to ask me to grind. Do I at least get the same unlocks for the class? I'm hoping so, because it looks like it, right? Level 16, 17, 18? Yeah, probably. Let's try this one.
Adrian Khan stood and bled for us. Now he rests here in peace. The heathen horde is at our holy gates. Protect Phaedron's tomb and the holy city of Gallencourt.
Overrun the city of Gallencourt and desecrate Phaedron's tomb.
That didn't work. Ooh, I have a shield. Nice. Ow.
Nations, capture the outer fortifications.
I have a shield, but I have no fucking range whatsoever. At all, which is a bit unfortunate. Alright. Somehow, I guess this guy's AFK. Well, free kill for me. I don't know how the one-handed sword does as much damage as the two-handed version. Seems silly to me, but I'll take it. Yeeted. Delito dein Cheeto.
Just dreadful.
Just terrible. So sad. Too bad. My shield is not looking great.
Keep pushing! We need to establish a foothold!
Oh, that's what that does. I have finally realized what little icon down to the left does. That's like I can use the health kit once that little thingy-bob is full. I've finally understood. So what fills the thingy-bob? Does just hitting the enemy fill the thingy-bob? Or is it time? Uh-oh. Surrounded. Uh-oh. Fucking own out. Okay, listen. I took down 2 guys by myself. I'm feeling pretty proud of that. And so the fact that I afterwards was shot through the chest by an arrow, not the worst thing, really. Everything considered, that was pretty good. Excellent, in fact. Exceptional, one might even indeed say. Still don't know how that's going to hurt anybody, but... I wonder if you can block your allies' attacks. Footman, rank 5. Morning Star unlocked. The Morning Star's a good weapon. It's not my favorite. My favorite weapon is Flail. Not in this game. I don't even know if there is a flail in this game. If there is a flail in this game, then that is incredibly based. If there isn't a flail in this game, then the game is not finished. Because the flail is the best weapon ever, okay? It just is. I know it's not a practical weapon. God help me, no. It is the least practical weapon you can ever possibly imagine. Largely because you don't know where the fucking thing is going. You have no earthly idea. It could be going over there, it could be going over here, it could be rebounding off something, it could be bouncing, it could hit a plate of armor at just the wrong angle and spunk back right in your fucking face. All of this and more is entirely possible with the flail. But that's the point. If you don't know where the flail is going, your enemy doesn't know where the flail is going either. And that really is the important part. Are you a bad person? No. I will die on the hill of the... Actually, no, I will die in water. Suicide, -50. Thanks. I will die on the hill of the flail being a good weapon. Oh, well, again, not a... With qualifying remarks. Not a good weapon, but an effective weapon in specific circumstances.
Masons, we must sink those ships.
We must take the ships. Why are there so many bad people on the boat? You, die! I hate archers, I hate archers, I hate archers. No, no, no. Don't mess with the bomb. The bomb is there for a good reason. Do not interfere with its holy purpose. Oh, a feint. Very fancy. It ended up just getting you hit, but still.
mast is destroyed! Only the flagship Goldmane remains. Cripple her!
I do like how we apparently have a lot of high explosives. A lot of high explosives. And access to shit like fucking Greek fire. Yet, we still use trebuchets and such other nonsense continuously. Here, have healing in the midst of battle, comrades. This is going well, I think. I think so. Yeah, I believe so. I should probably not stand next to the explosion, just in case. I feel like this entire siege could have been wrapped up mightily quickly if we'd simply just constructed some bombards. Though, to be fair, there are scenarios in which bombards are impractical. One of those scenarios is when they're too expensive to actually utilize. The reason why the Constantinople at long last fell to the Turks.
The Agathian flagships have been immobilized!
Yeah.
Masons,
Yeah,
use
I'd
their
say.
barricades against the main gate.
The reason why Byzantine eventually fell to the Turks was because the guy who had invented the monster bombard, he first wanted to sell it to the Byzantine. But they didn't have enough money to pay him because he was asking for, well, a king's ransom, because he knew exactly who would pay his king ransom if the Byzantine didn't want to. And the Byzantine, being rather silly at the time, decided to not mortgage their entire kingdom on hiring him. And whilst again I understand the idea, it turned out to be a terrible, terrible mistake. As the Turks next door, who did have enough money to pay his extortionate wages, well, they did buy the thing. And then they built it. And then they used it to blow up Constantinople. Goes to show, if a random guy shows up and asks you whether or not you want to buy an enormous fucking cannon, you say yes. You just say yes. Oh, it's got. Sorry, that was me. Ow. Ugh, people, bad people. I really should be using these more. Alright. Overhead slash. Never mind. Damn. Help. Friend. Deploy healing things. Oh, that isn't actually... For some reason, I thought that was like an area heal or something. It's not. It's one set of bandages for one person. Okay, fair enough. Ooh, did I unlock my spear now? No, but I did unlock a Morning Star. I'll bring the Morning Star next time. I'm assuming it's going to be better against armor. And that's how Einstein got to the USA. Correct, Jack. That is how Einstein got to the USA.
The gate is destroyed! Overwhelm the outer wall!
Though, to be fair, there were, you know... There were other things in that particular calculation. This is rather chaotic. As Einstein could probably not have been persuaded to do quite the same work for the Germans. As he had a couple of ideological objections to the Germans. Very bigoted of him, now did you come to think of it. Very bigoted of him. Fine. I shall climb the ladder to great glory. Apparently, we're placing more explosives. Oh god, that's a lot of bad people. Are you my friend? You are. You're black. I don't know if that makes you my friend. That. 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 And then there were more of them. Way more of them.
The outer ward is ours! The city is now in reach! Demolish their relics! Superstition cannot defy the might of the Mason Order.
The Mason Order, I see. Ah, poor little civilian. Poor little civilian. Flap. Right. I like this. This one is good. I like this weapon. It does a bit more damage. Are you? You are! Yay! Whoa. I just discovered how to chain attacks together. I wasn't aware that was a mechanic until now. I am learning so much. Damn it. He kept hitting me before I thought he was going to hit me. Poleaxe. Wait to the weapon.
Mason, desecrate the relics!
But, sir, must we desecrate the relic?
Half of the Agathian relics are destroyed! Keep
Can't we just steal them or something? I mean, must we desecrate? Our reputation as... Oh, literally, okay. Oh, you mean desecrate isn't just destroy? Okay, that's fine. I was worried that you meant something else. I feared that you were arguing that we should pick up, dig up their, dead and do unspeakable things to them, because that'd be a bit weird, frankly. Whoa. Ow. My body is in pain. Oh, never mind. I have health again. Whoa.
The Agathian relics lie in ruins! The enemy is in retreat! The Agathians are holding out in the church! Assault the church!
It's not that the Morning Star does that much more damage than the sword. Well, it does. It does like 20 more damage, actually. That's actually a lot. But it sure does feel like a much better weapon. That could also just be my fucking imagination, mind you, but... Oh. This is not where I would like to be. Because there are many people around me. I thought I was actually hitting him there, but I missed. Way better than the sword. The sword is gay and weak and small and pathetic. Should be ashamed of itself. What's that chargey thing? Oh! Cute. No, don't go that way. There are more people there. Okay, so if he blocks the first one, it does stop the subsequent strikes too. Okay. You know, stabbing with a Morning Star is not actually the craziest thing in the world because there are so many spikes on it. Don't throw away your main weapon. Ugh. That's what you get, bitch boy! No, give me my 2 versus 1 victory, you piece of shit! I was gonna 2 and then a third person arrived. Meh. I was beating them both! Then number 3 came around. Oh, bitches. And yes, he's using a Parvis as a shield. And no, you should not use a Parvis as a shield. It's really fucking stupid. Those things are heavy. It may be large, but it's stupid heavy, which would makes it a terrible shield. How dare you try to run away, peasant filth. Desiccate! Ow! How dare you, Mr. Knight! How dare you, Mr. Knight, with all of your friends? Run, 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 run. Right, remember to keep putting down healy pack thingies for my friends, so that they may live and be happy and content with life. Oh, nice. And confessionals. In case you feel like, you know, talking about what you've been doing recently. Uh-oh. Lord, forgive me. I have indeed been raiding. I know that technically your teachings frown upon the mass rape, murder, and pillage of women, children, and occasionally farm animals. I just can't help myself, though. Have you seen how plump the sheep's rears are here in Albion, or whatever the fuck there is? Hast thou ever seen a fluffier, puffier behind on any equine animal of its sort?
Ignorant slut.
Even God would understand, I'm sure. Even God would have sympathy. See, the problem is, now there's loads of them. I don't like there being loads of them, because if there's loads of them, you can't really block anymore, because they'll just kind of hit you. So, John, have you tried the Menace demo? If so, opinions. The game Sinister 2 is really good for a hentai game. A vengeance. Underrail, Phoenix Point Worm. I have not tried the Menace demo. I downloaded it and I thought about playing it, but I decided I'd rather just, you know, play it in full when it comes out. Oh, sorry. I'd rather play it in full when it comes out, so that's going to be my idea for it.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I don't believe you are worthy of casting out a heal kit willy-nilly like that. I thought I was blocking, but apparently I wasn't. Damn it, they're cock-blocking us at the end. I wonder...
The tomb of their beloved steward is nearly destroyed.
Is there mayhaps a shorter way? Nothing beats a mace to the back of the neck. Now, hit the thing, hit the thing, hit the thing, hit the thing, punch the thing, bleed on the thing. Right, I have found a shortcut. A minute 30 seconds. It's not looking great, chat. I can't lie. It's not looking excellent. It's kind of looking a little bit anti-excellent. I keep dropping my block. Fear me, for I am in line to hit your crotch. 1 minute? Maybe. Oh, it's gonna come down to the wire. Maybe attacking the people is kind of pointless. Maybe we just ignore the people and we run for the thing. Yes!
The hallowed city in disgrace.
I take credit for that. I take credit for that. I did that. That was me. I take credit. Yes. At the end of the day, the point was just to run at the thing, ignoring the enemy and hitting it with a mace. That was all one needed to do. Everything else irrelevant. Which seems silly, but hey. So Japan started working on deploying mid-range missiles on Yanaguini until 110 kilometers from Taiwan. I did see that, yes. I did see that. Apparently, the Japanese are just not particularly interested in letting China walk into the single largest microchip producer in the world. Not to mention creating a lovely launch pad for their conquest of the Ryukyu Islands as well, that the Japanese still cling to. Desecration complete. Positive KD, winning record. Archer's King, correct. It's a fairly simplistic video game. Fairly easy video game. No match for one of my skill or capabilities, frankly. It's facile, rather. Also, I like how this guy's feet aren't actually in the stirrups for some reason. They made the horse too large and the man too small. That's kind of upsetting, honestly. He's also kind of clipping through it there. Oh well. But for now then, I shall wrap this up as well. This is actually a fun game. I do enjoy this game, but God, it's a stressful video game. Very stressful video game. And I need to take my monthly shower now. until next time, chat. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for your generous donations, as always. And I will see you all again very soon, as I am working on something special, which I know you will enjoy, that I'll release probably next week on Tuesday. Trust me. It's going to be excellent.